Hello, hello. Episode 16 in this little YouTube series. Today's October 6th, 2021, and I thought I'd try something a little different today. So the past 2 days I made videos about Yang and I posted them to the Yang subreddit. I just talked about the forward party and things. And I got more attention than I've ever gotten before. I got 120 views between 2 videos. And I got 2 new subscribers, so welcome to the channel, whoever you are. I now have 6 subscribers. Really getting up there. And I thought I would try an interesting idea. So what I have here, this is a little, it's a marijuana joint, you know, a doobie, so they say. And I'm going to light this up and make a video after that. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can do this easily with one hand. If Elon Musk can do this, I can do this, right? And put it on the internet. This isn't, well, it's not legal here. But it will be. One second. So, today's a Wednesday. And, one second. I didn't really make this thing very well, did I? Okay. Episode 16. What am I talking about? I have to be honest and tell you that I tried to shoot a video earlier today. The same one that I tried to shoot those previous 2 days where I didn't put up a video. Where I keep trying to talk about the same exact thing. Every time. And I can't seem to get through it. I can't. It's so big, such a huge subject, and there's so many angles that it feels like I'm playing a chess game that either I don't know the rules or I don't know how to win. Maybe there is no winning. I'll get to it. This is going to be a long video with a lot of breaks, and I don't know who's going to watch this stuff, but it'll be up there on YouTube for eternity. In the future when I'm famous. Of course, there's no way to prove that this is weed. Not over a video. Also, this joint kind of sucks. It's not staying lit. This is a stupid idea. This was a stupid idea. But I gotta finish it now. I'm in it now. 1 second. I wish I rolled a better joint. Normally you can, you know, I wouldn't have to go all the way through it like this. Whatever, good enough. Gross. Well, if that type of behavior makes me lose credibility, so be it. You know, people drink beer. I don't see the difference between a beer and a marijuana joint, right? I love living out here. I'm so glad I moved. I used to be in Los Angeles. I think being in a city drives people crazy. It makes people nuts. It's just the way it is. You can't have 10 million people all living within 2 miles of each other, you know? They just... Your mentality changes, your mind changes about stuff, you know? It's like impossible to... I mean, you can't even... Where I was living, you'd have to drive for an hour just to go find anywhere that looks remotely like this. And even then, it's still just, it's like filled with people. There'd be, like, if I was in Los Angeles right now in a park, there'd be people right there, there'd be people over here, there'd be a homeless guy down there. You know, there wasn't any escaping other people. And now, I can do whatever, I'm in privacy right now. This is me in private, but outside. It's nice. It's great. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm never going back. I'm never doing anything but this. I do plan on going back to the van life kind of living situation, but keeping this place, using it as a home base, setting out, going to places in the van. But first I got to get my house fixed up. I'm going to make a house video and a van video. I've mentioned that before. This is not a van life channel and it's not a house channel. This is a me channel where I do what I want and I make videos that I want to make, talk about shit I want to talk about, and be pressured by nothing. So this is not a Yang channel. The last 2 videos I made, I got 2 subscribers. I don't know who subscribed here. It's funny. I find it amazing that somebody listened to my voice and hit subscribe. You know, because they wanted to hear more, I guess. That's what I assume. I hope it wasn't like a bot or something. I hope it was like a real person. And I'm sorry, you know, this is not, like I said it when I was making the video, this is not a politics channel. It's not all I'm going to talk about, but I am going to talk about Andrew Yang and the Forward Party a lot. A lot. I'm big on the Forward Party, like really big. I'm one of Yang's biggest fans that exists. I'm convinced of that. Pretty convinced. We really got to get universal basic income going. UBI. We really freaking need that. Really need that. Yeah, I've been trying to make a video. I have been trying for so long to talk. So let me go back one step. I made this channel so I could speak. I think that's really it, just so I could talk. And I don't know if it's to anybody. Like, half of me thinks that this is essentially a video journal that I'll just watch in the future. But, I mean, I did post those videos to Reddit, so I am trying to talk to somebody sometimes. I do want to tell people things. I think, like anybody, I want to express myself, at least to some people. At least to some people. I think that once I show this van off, I think I've made a really unique adventure van. I really think it's kind of cool. I'm proud of it. So, and that I would be excited to share. So that video isn't exactly just for me, you know. But yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this channel. I don't really know why. It's not for one specific reason. Not at all. Not at all. It's for a lot of reasons. There's more than I can list, and I couldn't put it into one thing, one sentence. Different videos are going to serve different purposes. I'm going to number all of them. But like, I'll probably make like a stop motion video at some point, just because I'm into that. I have a YouTube channel I made when I was 14 years old, where I did stop motion videos, and I don't remember the password or even the email address, so I can't access it. But it's just been sitting there for I mean, some of those videos are 13, 14 years old now, and they just sit there on YouTube, and I can't really do anything about it. Even if I wanted to take them down, I don't know, I'd have to like appeal to the YouTube system or whatever, prove that I'm the same guy. Madness Matt 215. That was the name of the account. It still is the name of the account. I can't change it. And I'll go back and check it out once in a while. And it's pretty cringy, but you know, I still like them. I still like them. Should have brought that water with me. Oh, I can go up this hill and grab it. Yeah, I got all sorts of wild plans with this. I want to do crazy things on this land. I just walked around Home Depot for an hour yesterday. I do that a lot. I spend a lot of time in there. Not always an hour, you know, but I do just like to go put just put myself inside that store and then just kind of hover around different aisles and just kind of look at stuff. I do that a lot. Not to that might sound crazy, not to like a crazy extent, but I think it helps to just, it's like physical browsing. It is it's the original browsing. It's me scrolling around products, I think. It's like you're on Amazon looking at different brands of whatever, and I'm just at Home Depot looking at different. I spend a lot of time in like the raw material section, just where there's lots of wood, lumber, things made out of metal, concrete. I'm getting into concrete. You have to get good at concrete stuff if you want to build big things. So. It was so strange having 100 people look at my channel of just me talking. Like, I put up the stop motion, like I said. I've put up, I have another YouTube channel, so technically this one that you're watching right now is a third channel. But this is the first one that's just me, my face. This is the only one of just me talking. Yeah, the point of this is to just authentically capture me as I am right now. I'm going to flip this for a second. Those are kind of cool. I'll show you another spot. So, by the way, it's a little bit past 5. What time is it right now? 5:45, just about. For me, I usually only smoke weed much later in the day, like around 5 or 6. It's kind of to me, it is exactly the same activity as drinking is. which you just kind of do after work, you know, once in a while. When I was in Los Angeles, I was doing too much drinking. I think a lot of people were. I think too much is pretty easy to hit. I don't know what's healthy, but sometimes it turns into the only thing you do in a city. This is another reason I think cities drive people crazy, is that most of your options are going to be restaurants or bars or places where they at least sell food or alcohol. And you spend a lot of money and you buy a lot of alcohol over time. Oh yeah, this tree's back this way. I was like, where did this tree go? I don't know if I'm gonna post this video. I want to post it, but I don't know if it's too embarrassing to post a video of me smoking a joint in the beginning of a video. I don't know if is that would that be off-putting to people? Would I find it off-putting? Like in 10 years, am I gonna be like, oh, why the fuck did I post that? You know, am I gonna regret it posting it? Because once it's on the internet, it's up there forever. But the point of this is to just tell the truth, and that means, you know, it's gonna mean revealing things like that, parts of yourself. You know, normally I would avoid ever being on video while putting THC into my blood, you know. But I used to do commentary at these Smash events, and there'd be drinks at those usually. A lot of those places had bars. I ran a Smash tournament at a bar for about a year. Everybody was having drinks. It was like half the reason to be there. And you get on commentary. I did a lot of commentary on camera, and I'm terrible at Smash commentary, I think. Terrible at it. But sometimes all you gotta do is have fun. Sometimes. Alright, check this out. I'm gonna reverse again. So, there's kind of a hill up there, right? Comes down a hill. There's a big flat area with little ferns, and then you get to this drop off where there is a creek, a little creek. And this creek must have been here a long time, I think. Jumping down. Jumping down. So I was looking at this little spot the other day. Look at this tree. Thank you. So, let me adjust the camera here. Sorry, this is the first time I'm doing this stuff. You can see the creek comes down this direction, right? It flows like this. And it flows down there. And you have this tree. This huge tree. I mean, it's a big one. And it looks like it's doing battle with this creek. It looks like. To me, it looks like the tree was here first, and then the creek has sort of been encroaching on its territory. I mean, look at this thing. This tree is it's like, how much longer can this go on? How much longer? This creek looks like it's gonna win at some point, and this tree's gonna come down. I mean, it's already leaning a little bit, and if it comes down, it's gonna, it would be an event. It would change the landscape, that's for sure. Just something to think about. Shoot. You know, part of the reason that I'm doing this all without any editing, well, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, editing takes a long time. Like, then I gotta upload it to my computer, or I gotta have some kind of editing software on my phone. I don't want to have to figure that out. Not at all. It's just so much easier to shoot a single video and then put it straight on YouTube. I can just go straight from my phone. And I just title it. I just give it a title. Which is another thing I've been meaning to talk about. Is it's cool. I can change the titles afterwards, like whenever I want, no matter how old the video is. So I can go back and change a video that's a year old, the title of it. Which, you know, the title is a big deal. I gotta get this camera straight. One second. I want to show off one more thing, and then I might end the video. Time goes by more slowly when you're, you know. Why is this camera not? Okay. If my parents are watching this, then hello. Alright, gonna flip it around one more time. So, I'm not gonna say, I've decided that I can't really give away where things are on the land, because I don't want people to make a map of this. Not until I release one, at least. So, here is a fallen tree that fell across the creek. And here's the bridge that I'm still building. I need to seal it. I need to hurry up and get this thing covered with something, because it's going to mold at some point. You know, this is still pretty new, this wood. But eventually I'm gonna make a bridge right here. I mean, I'm almost there. You can see how tall it is, right? It's pretty high up off the ground. It's hard to tell. I have this cement foot, and you can't tell, but it goes about 1.5 feet below the surface of the creek. Had to do this complicated, I had to dig a hole there, and with a bucket, I got pictures. I'm gonna I'll make a video at some point. Yeah, this is, it's gonna be a bridge. I've tried to walk over it a couple times if I can balance. I mean, it can support my weight really easily, but I'm not good enough at balancing to get across it yet. Dusty can, my cat, he can get across pretty easy. Alright, I'm gonna walk the other direction, and then I'll probably turn this off. I keep trying to make a video about transgender people. Not even transgender people, just the idea of it. The concept of gender identity and all of that stuff. And it's so hard to make a video about it. It's a field of landmines. Field of landmines. But, you know, I look around at other people and they can't really talk about it either, from what I've seen. There are some people who think they can talk about it. some people, but yeah, so I will upload a single video because I don't have to edit it. I can go straight from my phone. But also, if I edit things, then it will look like I have cut different clips together. There will be no way of proving that it was one single stream. So and the cool thing about being outside is that it would be impossible for me to edit two clips together. Like, absolutely impossible. Unless I would have to stand back in the same position and hold the camera at the same exact spot. You know what I mean? It would not be easy. So, this video can be proven that it's one continuous shot. Like, if I upload a 30-minute video, you know that I turned the camera on and it was on for 30 minutes straight and then it turned off. So you know that if I'm talking about things that are complicated or deep or just big ideas, then you know that I did it all in one go. That's kind of the point, is that if it was too premeditated, if it was something that I had written down beforehand or whatever, then it would be more like reciting an essay, right? Like, that would be more of what this channel would be. And some YouTube channels are that. They just recite things that they've written down previously. And you could call those video essays, but I'm more into, these are just, I don't know what you call these. It's just me capturing me talking to a camera for a little while. Just off the top of my head. Trying to just tell the truth. That's the main theme of this channel, clearly. I've said it enough times. Yeah, it's weird having 2 extra subscribers. I was enjoying the privacy of nobody watching this channel. Like, I knew even my parents weren't watching, really. My brother, he's watched a couple, I know that. I was kind of putting these up for nothing, for nowhere, other than me. And yeah, suddenly people are looking at me. The relationship with this channel and social media is it's a relationship I will talk about, but not right now. Not right now. We all know, I hope everybody at this point has meditated on the implications of social media and smartphones. We are being fundamentally changed by these things, on the individual level and on the societal level. Fundamentally. It's not a joke when people say that the human race is kind of entering the next stage of, Yuval Noah Harari wrote the book Homo Deus, and he talks about where we're headed. And he can't predict the future, but it's kind of hard to argue against it, at least, especially when you add in stuff like, if you want to really listen to something, go check out Ray Kurzweil. He has some ideas, and I don't know how right he is, but he's not wrong about some things. It's getting easier and easier to store data. So this phone now, I just put in a new memory card, 512 gigabytes. I can record a bazillion hours of footage. I don't have to worry about it anymore, I can just have this camera on all the time if I wanted to. I'd probably have to buy some more memory cards, but that's changing things. And universal access to the internet, plus, like I made an entire video about before, deepfakes. people are going to be able to generate content to no end. Like content. That's going to be everything. This is what I am content right now, if you're watching this. It's weird, you know? I think I've been looking at the Zoomers a little bit, Generation Z, and their TikToking. I've seen their memes, you know? I haven't played Fortnite, but I know what it's about. I've played a bit of Minecraft, but that was before Generation Z. I think I am just after the Minecraft generation. Like that my younger brother was playing Minecraft. I mean, I played it, but not nearly to the level that... I mean, some people are still playing that. They never stop playing it. Some people have just been playing for 10 years straight, or however long it was out. So, it's a very interesting game, and it's fun. So, I think it's a precursor to future games, too. It's kind of a very... We'll look back at it the same way we look back at... I don't want to make an analogy for that right now. Here's another thing that I haven't showed off on this channel yet. It's on my Instagram account, but... It's a hammock. If it wasn't wet right now, I would lay down on it. It's covered in leaves, but I love this thing. You can just go like this, and you kind of just shake the leaves off. Like right now, it's wet, but when it's dry outside, this is a very nice place to hang out. You can see that here, let me go back there. It's sort of it's on its own hill. Do you see that? Yeah, I don't know. It kind of sits at the end of like a little peninsula of higher land. It's in a nice spot. It feels very safe. You know, nobody could sneak up on me there. It'd be impossible. Which is part of the reason I put a hammock there. Seriously. I'm getting hungry. Gonna end this video soon. I don't want to make these things much more than half an hour. Not if I can help it. My internet is still very slow, so uploading half an hour takes like 3 hours. I get faster internet once I get Starlink. Yeah. You know what's weird to me is that right now I've created 33 minutes of a video that I think most likely to the majority of the human race is unwatchable. Like more than 50% of people would like scoff, will laugh at it. Like at least more than 50, maybe 80, maybe 90, 99. But there are still some people who are gonna watch this whole video. That's what's weird to me, is that the YouTube channel that I made, that I have not been advertising at all really, is still getting views that wasn't me and wasn't my family. Like some of them, right? Like who's watching these? Why are they watching them? If you're watching this right now, can you tell me why? You could put it in the comment section of YouTube. Tell me why you're watching it, and then I could maybe think about that, and I could adjust what I talk about or what I'm doing. I don't know, maybe. It depends on what you're asking. But okay. It's also concerning to me that I don't know if that train is coming up on audio. It probably is. Like, I'm gonna walk this direction. It's weird to me that, let's say that I did this every single day for 10 years. I just made one of these videos every day, or at least most days. Like, if I really did get to my goal of hundreds of hours of content, how could that be dangerous, right? Could that be dangerous to me? Because this is where I live, these woods. Is some crazy stalker gonna figure out where I live and come try to kill me? I don't know. I mean, what if I put up 10 years of content and I'm still getting 10 views a video? Then it'll be fine. But I'll have to think about that. If I ever get really famous, I have to think about security. I was already gonna put up cameras. I have to defend this place, which is what I'll do. People here are very, very, surprisingly into house defense and safety. I've been amazed at the amount of security cameras in redneck neighborhoods, or what you would call a redneck neighborhood. I think that term is a little bit offensive, but places where my Los Angeles brain, my Southern California, Californian brain really, I just didn't expect such high-tech security measures here. Nearly everybody, well, not nearly, but people in my neighborhood and other neighborhoods really. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people now. I got companies calling me all the time being like, let us install security cameras in your house, because everybody's into cameras and guns. It's kind of funny. I didn't expect, I knew about the guns, but I didn't expect the cameras. But I think it's part of the same exact mentality. That's people want guns so they can protect themselves. And a great way to protect yourself is just a high-tech camera system, and they're pretty cheap now. So I'll probably put one up pretty dang soon here. Once I finish building everything else, other things. Okay, I gotta turn this video off now. That's enough of this one.